Hey fat boys, Iceman here. How's it going, brah? Let me know in the comment section below. But I started to play just today with my hardcore assassin. She ain't dead yet. Oh, I just hit level 80. So I can wear this arachnid mesh. Holy shit. It's kind of a tough decision actually between this and string of ears. Just last game I hit level 80, man. I actually did a bell run with some folks. It's nice how fast you can level when you're still in the 70s and stuff. Especially if you hit up 85 areas. Let me show you in just a minute what I mean by that. But yeah, man, this is what I usually do with my characters who are able to kill these minions here. When I first join a hell game, I know a lot of guys do this, but I always kill that guy over there. The hell was his name again? The guy opposite of Shank. I forgot his name, but I kill him. Sometimes you find good stuff from their minions. And then I come over here and kill Shank. Now, man, it's been a really good time playing hardcore because you get to start over, man. You know, everyone was looking forward to the ladder resetting, right? And I always do. And I still look forward to it. I'll be playing it again when it resets. But when you go to hardcore, it's like you get to start afresh again. And I only have 2 characters on hardcore right now. Or maybe I have 3. I think I have a sorceress on Amazon as well. But, for example, I have shitty gear, see? Sanders. I use a spirit sword. But I got a nice Stone of Jordan. And I traded for this. A 3 traps magic amulet to some guy who was not aware that SOJ is worth a lot. So he took my traps amulet for this thing, man. I was blown away. Iraq dropped in a bell run, I believe. Or it was from Diablo. I don't remember which, man. It's been a little while. Viper Magi, you know, pretty low one. Rock Stopper, which is a really nice helm for defensive purposes. It's not the best for a trap sin, but nonetheless, it's a pretty nice helm. Pretty shitty amulet now. Like I said, I traded my plain magic 3 traps amulet, but I mean, this one has a little bit of fire res, you know, so. And a little bit of MF. No, Moser's, man, is an epic shield for hardcore. You pop 2 diamonds in that sucker, and you got 63 res all. And some nice boots, but I mean, and I got a torch as well. Can't quite remember how I got that torch at this point. I mean, I think I traded like an Umrune or a Malrune for it or something like that. That's the good thing about being these more obscure classes, is the torches go for cheap, man. Like for a sorceress, my Sorks still don't have a torch. Neither of them do. Not on regular ladder either, man. Those torches are worth like a high rune. And that's a bitch. You know, there's other things I like to do with high runes. But, yeah, it's easy to attain them, man. With Assassin or an Amazon or a Barbarian or a Necromancer or a Druid. I mean, anything but frickin' Paladins and Sorceresses. You know? I believe the vast majority of players play as the Paladin or Sorceress. So, so obviously those torches, they sell fast, and there's more of a demand for those torches. So their prices are able to stay relatively high compared to the ones that aren't in demand but are still just as abundant. So yeah, it's kind of nice if you're playing Ladder Realms to be a more obscure character, man. Oh shit, is my mark gonna die? Okay, he survived. But hey, I recommend you guys give the Assassin a try. Now, it was about 6 months back, I think, when I made my first one. I mean, I always knew that, you know, there was something to be had with the Assassins. And of course, they can kick, which is kind of cool. You can even make an Uber build with an Assassin. They're probably not as as easy to build as a Smiter, but you can still build an Uber Assassin. And it's not too expensive either. Like that unique fanged knife, I think, is really common. Flesh Ripper, I think is what it is. Yeah, it has some nice specs, man, that most of them apply toward your kick. But another thing, obviously, is the traps. You know, you can go full trap, too, or do a hybrid of some sort. Or have Rift on Switch, which shoots Frozen Orb when you kick. It procs the Frozen Orb. So, you have some options if you're going to go Assassin. And check it out, here's my skills. I'm just full trap right now, basically. Max Death, Max Light Sentry, the Synergy, and a few other things. And just summon to the Masteries. One into kick. I just like having kick on left click, man. Sometimes it can be helpful, especially if you have a little bit of Crushing Blow. And sometimes if you're dealing with light immunes, you can kick the shit out of one and kill it. Then cast your Death Sentries. See? It's pretty effective when you have a torch, especially. Then cast your Death Sentry, and then of course your Death Sentry will pop the corpse. So then you can take out the remainder of the light immunes around you, potentially, when you start popping the corpses with Death Sentry. But I would like to encourage you guys to try a class you haven't tried before, you know? Like, it's kind of late in the season of Diablo, where I think a lot of players have fallen off, man. And I've taken some breaks, too. Like, I am not nearly as involved in Diablo as I was when the ladder reset. I mean, I couldn't get off, man. In fact, I would, like, have concern, you know? I was like, shit. It's like, I'm addicted to this freaking game, man. I can't get off this shit. You know? So, like, that's how severe it was. But now it's, like, almost the opposite. Where, and I'm somewhat thankful for that. But it's good that you can come down from it, you know? Without too much intervention. Now, whether or not the same could be said for, say, Diablo 4 or Diablo 2 Remastered, I don't know. Maybe those games are going to be so awesome, man, we're just never going to want to get off. But I guess we'll find out. And Daddy will still get off. A little bit here and there. Yeah, Daddy will still have other things going on in his day. But, and here we go. Now you can go down to the pit, and 85 areas are great for experience, man. Like, I prefer doing this over bell runs. That was just one bell run that I joined last game, just for the hell of it, because it's been so long since I've joined one. But a lot of my experience from, like, level 80 and onwards comes from just running the pits. And you can level up pretty fast doing this stuff. But yeah, trap synths, man, what's cool about them is you can have shitty gear like what this character has. Like I could do without the Eric, you know, I was just wearing a string of ears until a minute ago. But the good thing is that you're both lightning and physical. You know, you set your traps, and for the light immunes, you can just set your Death Sentries, and it'll still kill them once your Merc kills one of the minions. And of course, you can help them by kicking the shit out of one as well. So that's what's awesome about the trap synths, man. As you do both lightning and physical. You're not like a light Sork or something, where you pretty much have to have infinity if you want to be viable in these areas. See, look at it. She just beats the shit out of these guys, man. Hey, by the way, I do have a concoction that I've been working on, okay? And you guys could get that from my Iceman store. And it's all mine. It's not a product that, you know, some other manufacturer has gone on. I made it, man. Iceman made this product. And so did my women. My women helped me with it. But, yeah, I'm going to list it on the store so you guys can buy it. And I'll show it off, hopefully, next video. And another thing is I do have Patreon, you know. A lot of people have fallen off Diablo, like I said, so I think it has less of a following right now because the ladder is pretty far into it and it's not close to ladder reset yet. But if you want, man, and I'd appreciate it, you could support me on Patreon as well, and the link's in the description below. But yeah, I guess I encourage you guys to try out a different build that you haven't tried before. I haven't tried a frickin', what is it, elemental droid. So hell, I might make one of those, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go for that in Nightmare, or in Hardcore, or in Softcore, I don't know. Hardcore, I have a lot of items that you could use, but of course, part of the fun, again, is finding the shit, right? So it's hard to say right now. Maybe I'll make them in Hardcore. so I don't have all the good gear. But I might want to try it out with the good gear as a thing. It's hard to say, man, but let me know in the comments if I should make an elemental droid. And should I make him hardcore or softcore? Or I suppose I could just make him softcore and just not give him any of the shit that my other characters have, you know? It could kind of be a self-found one. Where I don't trade my, like, Enigma and my Infinity that I have right now. I was fortunate to get both of those. Pretty far into the ladder, but I got both of them eventually. But anyway, like this video if you will. And more videos to come, okay? Peace be with you.